Welcome to hyperCAD S. This video will describe the modification of curves and surfaces using the commands in the Modify menu. We'll start with the Modify Line Arc Circle command, which allows you to change the radius of an arc or the length of a line. The size can be dragged or typed, and the original geometry will be deleted. Double-clicking on a line or arc will also launch this command. The automatic trim command will delete any part of a curve up to the next intersection point. The part of the curve that's deleted is highlighted in the preview. If no boundary is found, the curve will be deleted. The trim curve command lets you specify how curves will be trimmed. In boundary mode, you select the boundary and then the curve to be trimmed. In each other mode, both curves will be trimmed to each other. The Compute on View option allows you to trim curves in the current viewing direction that do not intersect. The Split Curve command will split a curve at boundaries or at its NURBS arc joints. In Limits mode, select the curves to split and select the limits, and the curves will be split at those limits. Spans mode is used to split NURBS curves at the arc joints. Select the curve, and then the arc joints will be displayed, and you can select the arc joints at which you want the split to occur at. The Extend Shorten Curve command lets you alter the length of a curve using one of four modes. In parameter mode, the extension or shorten distance is specified by parameter. In natural mode, the start and end lengths are specified. In linear mode, the curve will be extended with a linear tangential transition. And point mode extends a curve to a point with the option of setting the continuity at 1, 2, or 3. The Continuity Curve command modifies a curve to transition to a reference curve. I choose the curve to modify, choose my reference curve. Now I have three options for continuity: position, tangency, or curvature. The propagate option gives you a handle to slide to choose which part of the curve to vary. And the keep option will not delete your original curve. The Modify Control Points command lets you alter the shape of a NURBS curve by giving handles at each control point that can be dragged to change the shape of the curve. A control point can be deleted by selecting it and pressing Shift plus Delete. And the Use Manipulator option places the manipulator at the control point and allows you to drag in all three axis directions. There's a Keep option here as well. Double-clicking on a spline will also launch this command. The Convert to NURBS option will convert curves and faces to NURBS. The maximum distance between the original and the converted geometry is displayed. Skip NURBS will not convert entities that are already NURBS. Keep Domain will keep the original geometry. Refer to the Help menu for the Rational to Non-Rational option and the settings. The Invert Orientation command will invert the direction of curves and faces. The preview will show the directions. You can select individual entities to invert or invert all. For faces, you can invert the U and V ISO directions or swap them. Trim Faces lets you trim faces by selecting boundaries. You can trim a face to another face by selecting the bounding face and the face to trim. You then choose which portion to keep or all trimmed results. When trimming to a boundary, you can specify which direction to project the boundary onto the face in. In this case, I'll choose the Z work plane direction. The untrim face command will untrim a face either entirely or just specific trimmed boundaries. The extend shorten face command will extend or shorten an untrimmed face by sliding or typing the U and V parameters. Or in the case of a trimmed face, you can select the boundary and either add an extended face or extend the face itself. The split face command will split a face along its U or V isoparametric curves. You can drag the handle or type the parameter in directly, or you can specify a point to split at. In the case of a NURB surface, you can split it at its U or V joints by selecting which joint you want to split at. The continuity face will modify a face to transition to a reference face. Select the boundary of the face to be changed and the reference boundary. Then select the boundaries to define where the face can vary. Choose either position or tangency for the transition. The tension settings can be from 1 to 3 and change the weight of the face. Projection mode will keep the size of the selected face boundary instead of matching the reference boundary. Keep will keep the original as well as the new face, and Optimize will trigger a new calculation that may give you a better result. Please refer to the Help menu for more information. Thanks for watching.
You